Let's carry on with our free video course, How to Make Money Online. And in this video, what I'd like to do is I'd like to share with you the one golden rule to online success. Now, I say the one golden rule. There are lots of other smaller but still important rules, such as you will have to get comfortable learning some new skills. You'll have to be prepared to spend some time in this business. But there is one rule that eclipses everything else. I want to share this rule with you in this video. You ready for this rule? This is my big golden rule, and this will change everything. The rule is only made up of 6 words. The rule is as follows. You ready? Fall in love with your list. I know that sounds a bit of an unusual golden rule, so let me explain exactly what I mean about this. We've already talked, haven't we, about the importance of building a list, and most of the training at Chris Farrell membership is based around entirely exactly what this involves. But here's the thing, okay? None of this, building a list, will even matter if you don't look after your list in the first place. Now let me share with you what most people do. Most people, they treat their list as anonymous, as faceless email addresses, and all they try and do is they try and crowbar out that person's credit card. This is such a short-sighted way to look at this business. What I want you to do instead is I want you to start thinking of that email address that has just signed up to your list as a real person. There's a novel concept, hey, which of course it is. A real person with hopes and dreams and fears and aspirations just like all of us. Now here's the thing, hardly anybody does this in this business, but those that do, those that expose a little bit of heart, a little bit of humility, they shoot right to the top in their particular niche. Now let me ask you a quick question. Are you on somebody's list and you know for a fact every time you get an email from that particular person, it's something to sell? Without even opening the email, you know that they're trying to sell you something. Has this happened to you? I bet it has. Happened to me a ton when I started. Now, of course, I know that we want to make money. Obviously, I understand that. But bombarding your list with sales message after sales message is not the way to do it. Now, the thing is, 10 years ago, that worked, but not anymore. Now, we have to really engage with our list first. Caring has become the new currency. You want to fall in love with your list. You want to dazzle your list. You want to surprise your list. You want to seduce your list. Well, maybe not seduce them, but you get the general idea. You know what I'm saying. And this is really what I teach here at Chris Farrell membership. Now, a little interesting fact for you. What do you think? Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the number one reason why somebody will stop being on your list? And it's important that you know this. The number one reason why somebody will stop being on your list. It is not a bad product. It's not bad customer service, although you would think that it would be. The number one reason, you ready for this, is indifference. Indifference. In fact, get this, 65% of people unsubscribe from a list because frankly, they just don't care anymore about being on that person's list. 65%. In fact, most businesses on and offline make this same mistake. This is what most businesses do. Most businesses put a lot of time and effort and energy into acquiring a new customer or somebody new on their list, but as soon as they do, they kind of forget about them or they don't treat them very well. And I bet this has happened to you. It certainly happened to me on lists that I've been on. Whereas a smart business owner knows that the fastest way to grow a business is to look after your existing customer or those on your list. Let me tell you something, it is so much easier to love your list and turn them into raving fans and let them do your marketing for you than it is to go through the entire process of continually trying to get new customers or new people to sign up to your list. Retention is the new acquisition. Now, there's a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk. You may have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a very successful online marketer. Gary Vaynerchuk once said, the reason we love our parents is because they loved us first. I love that saying. Isn't it a great saying? And the reason I'm saying this is because the reason your list will love you is if you love them first. Okay, now I don't want this video to be too long, so just before we finish, let's talk money for a second. You okay with this? Did you know it's generally considered that $1,000 extra a month is generally enough to make a difference to somebody's life. $1,000. In fact, let me ask you, if you could receive $1,000 extra every month, month in, month out, would that make a difference to your life? That's the figure that is generally agreed as the figure that would make a difference. Now, let's just reverse engineer this. If we want to make $1,000 extra a month, that is only 27 people purchasing a product that is $37. And here's the thing, it's very easy to add a few hundred people to your list every month. So my question to you is, do you think if you fell in love with your list and you treated your list well, out of those few hundred that are joining your list every month, do you think you could convert 27 of them to paying customers? And the answer is yes, of course you could. But none of this will work if you don't fall in love with your list first. So, to really sum up and to wrap up, the golden rule is not just about building your list. That's obviously important, but it's also about falling in love with your list as well while you are building your list. Let me tell you something, if you're good to your list, when the time comes, your list will be good to you back. Okay, so far in this free video series, we've spoken about the process of making money online. We've looked at some of the tools that we have on offer for you here at Chris Farrell Membership. We've now spoken about the one golden rule. Can you see how we're slowly piecing the various components together? Let's stop this video now, and in the next video, let's go through what do you do now? Now that we sort of understand the various elements, what do we actually do next? I'll go through that in the next video. I'll see you there in a moment.